Happy Saturday. Everyone would be having a good weekend. So many of the people is enjoying Saturday. So I decided to finally put one video tutorial explaining what I made earlier, which is known as HTML icons, because many of the users complained that they are not able to run this code and how to practically implement this in our real-time project. So without any further ado, let's get started. However, in between the tutorial, I will be explaining what do you mean by HTML and what do you mean by the JavaScript term. So I have already downloaded the code, so you can open where the file is getting downloaded, and any document that have an extension of .html is basically a web document file. Any web document file can be opened with any simple text editor. If you are using Windows, you can use normal Notepad, or if you are using Mac, then you can use Xcode or any other third party installed on your desktop to see normal text files. In my case, I have installed Sublime Text, which is also a text editor, and I love Sublime Text. So I will be opening this code in my Sublime Text. So as you can see in this code, it has the body structure of a web document. So here there is some style tags. So style tag is basically responsible for having a good UI in the web page, where you can define margins of the document, you can define the font size, what color should background have. So these kind of things can be controlled via style tag. In a web page, we have doc type as HTML, which denotes it's an HTML5 app. Head section naturally includes the title or the JavaScript files or the style tag files. Body is basically where your content goes in a web page. It's important to understand that when any web page is loading, it always gets loaded from top to bottom, meaning from head tag to the end of the body tag. So if a JavaScript is written in between the div tag, so it will not be executed at later point of time. As soon as it comes from top to bottom, so as soon as it is enclosed with script tag, it will start executing it. It will not render until and unless this code gets executed, and then only this code will get executed. So these are the basic understanding of HTML and JavaScript. HTML is just defining the structure of the web page, which content is important, which content should not be highlighted. So these are basically belonging to the structure of the web page. However, JavaScript is solely responsible for changing the content of the document. So JavaScript is always enclosed inside the script tag, and here you can see that the JavaScript is actually running, and it is inserting some HTML markup inside the web document. So when I run this code in any browser, you can see that icons are getting displayed, right? So in order to have different kind of icons, you can change it here. So you can save this file, you can open the browser, you can just click on refresh. So as soon as it is loading, then you will understand that the icons are also getting changed. As you can see that you can see different kind of icons. So what is the advantage of using these icons? It is actually not using any third party reference. So it is natively available in the browser, meaning as soon as any web browser is installed, you can directly run this file and it will show you the icons. The value of I doesn't depend upon any constant value. It can change its value, so I can also start with 0 to 10, so it will display appropriate icons based on that. So if, since our I value is 9876 and it is looping over until 12,000, so you can see that between these numbers these many icons are available. Now you can also change the styling. However, if you doesn't want the icon to have a green color, you can just change here black, and you can just increase the font size, so the icon would also increase in size. So if I refresh this page, save the file and refresh the page, so you can see that the icons are getting increased in size, right? So and the color is also changed to black. So this is how you run the code. Thank you guys for spending some time in order to understand what is HTML and JavaScript and how we can run this icon code. Hope you have a great time. Enjoy your Saturday. Have a nice weekend. Bye.